Here in London's famously repulsive XL Centre, the great and the good of the world of organised death come to play around like 10-year-old boys with the gadgets of murder. Elbit Systems, Raphael, IAI and Uvision are all here to sell their goods. They boast on their websites of combat-proven weapon systems, from drones to missiles to personnel carriers. This may be the place where they are selling their weapons, but Gaza is the real showroom. 2 years ago, when it last took place, the talk of the town was, of course, Ukraine. And now, today, focus is on Gaza, and resistance has resurged. Let's see just how dicey it's going to get.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Stop the genocide!
We've got war criminals inside the XL Centre. We've got 51 Israeli arms companies. We've got Raphael. We've got Elbit Systems that make 85% of the drones that are killing Gazan children. We've got Israel Aerospace Industries. We have these countries that are deeply, deeply complicit in the most horrific genocide. What is happening in that centre is you have human rights abusing countries and war criminals from around the world, so not just Israel, from Turkey, from Saudi Arabia, from Qatar, and also the imperialist Western powers with the US, with France, with the UK, buying and selling more weapons, creating more wars, more genocide, creating a less secure environment for all of us.
Road round to the right, please.
War criminal! You've got blood on your hands!
Shame!
There's a lot of cops here, and yet they still haven't been able to stop people from going off and getting, as I said, getting right up close to the delegates who've not experienced anything like this for years.
What kind of experience do you think they're going to have, the delegates who are going in, as people shout at them, as people block them from going in? What's the experience you're expecting them to have? And then what are you hoping them to do after that? Are they going to quit their jobs, or is that not kind of on the horizon?
I think it's unlikely. I mean, people convince themselves that it's just about engineering or manufacturing or whatever it might be. There's a lot of people looking very, very ashamed as they come in, having people, having a go at them. And in part because people trick themselves into thinking this is just a trade fair. This is just another event on the calendar, And it's clearly it's not. It's not only symbolically important because it's the gathering of the arms industry. There will be government ministers. There will be significant numbers of members of the military here. But for the first time in a long time, they've actually got people's anger, the popular anger about what's going on, particularly around Gaza, right up in their faces.
What are we doing with all these weapons?
What do you think about the protest that's happened on the other side?
I think everybody's got a right to protest.
Yeah.
That's what democracy's all about.
Yeah. Do you sympathise with them?
I think everybody's human beings. We don't like seeing evil things happening in the world.
Do you think evil things are happening?
Yes, indeed.
And does this conference contribute to that?
This conference protects this way of life.
Yeah. Certainly evil things are happening in Ukraine. I think we can both agree on that with the Russian assault. The more controversial one is, of course, Israel. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to turn in here now. Thank you very much. Nice speaking to you.
How you doing today, sir? It's a no from him. Oh no, we're not even that. We're quite friendly. How you doing? What top secret thing have you got in here?
Magazines.
Magazines, top secret magazines?
Magazines.
War magazines?
Can't tell you.
No, you can't tell me. Too top secret. What's in the box? We don't know. You got cheese onion crisps. Is it not some sort of illicit drone that you're taking in? Not a weapon of war? Cheese and onion crisps. Are you enjoying your morning?
It's different, isn't it?
What do you think of the sort of political environment for the defence industry at the moment?
It's very difficult, isn't it? But you have to respect the British government has actually banned certain delegations and things like that. So, steps have been taken. And I sympathise, I genuinely do, but you can't just deny all defence.
Yeah.
It's easy to focus on one topic, but that is not what everyone does here.
The UK government banned Israel from attending this, the official delegation. But people will say Raphael, Elbit Systems, all the big Israeli weapons manufacturers are still here. They're just not here as official capacity.
Perhaps it shouldn't be, but I can't say that either way.
And perhaps it shouldn't be. I think we know what your view is on this. Well, how is your part of the defence industry? I don't know what part you're in. I don't know what Olympus Technologies is.
Really proxy at best. We're not directly involved. We're general manufacturing aid.
Yeah.
So we're manufacturing sport machines and things like that. And you can even speak of that from a defence point of view. Onshoring has actually helped British defence in not only economically but also it protects the industry. It means it's made onshore, which is good for us, believe me.
Protected, but also subject to protests, right? You can also protest an arms factory that is in the UK, whereas you can't do one with some,
If we were invaded or something catastrophic, I'd like to see how all these people acted then.
Right.
That's all that's
Are we going to be invaded?
No,
Do you have insider knowledge?
Probably not, but you only have to look at defence spending being up by about 3 times.
Right.
Poland outspending America for the first time. There are other issues in the world other than Palestine.
Yeah.
And European defence is my topic.
I love your badge. Is it American? Well, it's not a tank. I'm going to be wrong. Is it an APC?
No, it's a Bradley.
It's a Bradley. Of course, the fighting vehicle. Yeah. The hugely over budget, unfortunately. I believe. Were they effective?
Yeah, they're effective everywhere.
Do you agree with the U.S. arming Israel?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you agree with the U.S. organizing a genocide with Israel?
I'm done.
This is a list of all the named children killed in Gaza in the last 2 years. Thousands of names.
Raphael is an Israeli state-owned company. They started in 1948. They're a defence company, and they bought out Pearson Engineering, which is a factory up in Newcastle. The Vickers factory, people will know what it is. It's on Scotswood Road in Newcastle upon Tyne. They bought that out in 2022, and under the guise of supplying the Ministry of Defence. And it has a Union Jack on the front of it, trying to masquerade as a British company, but it is owned and it has the major control for the state of Israel.
This is obviously the main place where people come to sell weapons. On their websites, they will list things like combat proven, battle tested, and so on. They mean Gaza, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you look at what happened at Nasser Hospital very, very recently at the end of August, there was the double tap, which again we know that is a war crime, double tapping, especially a hospital.
Just tell us what a double tap is, if you're not familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. So double tap is where they drop a drone, drop a bomb, they harm people within inside, then they wait a few minutes, wait for basically journalists, medics, parents, people running in, and then they tap it again. They drop another bomb or a drone on it to cause as maximum damage to people, not the building, but people, and that is a war crime.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Blessed are the peacemakers, yeah. What we're seeing today is people that are coming here and making profit from death and destruction and genocide, and as a Christian I felt I had to be here.
What do you think that can achieve? I mean, let's be real, the defence sector is massive, it's growing, the UK government has put up defence spending. Do you think that the power of ministering, the power of witnessing to people is going to ultimately change that? Or do you think that you need maybe other tactics?
I think there's a value in being here. There's a value in having this diversity of different kinds of action, the kind of disruption of those entering and the visible presence to those coming in. Many of those here will have some kind of faith values, or having been raised with those values. And I think reminding them that the Christ that Christians worship is one of peace and justice, and so therefore hopefully alerting them to the disjunction between their faith values, if they have them, and the trade that they're involved in is valuable in that sense.
I've been seeing a lot more people of faith being involved in not only the anti-arms campaign, but also just the left more generally. How do you explain that sort of shift?
I think it's probably because of world events to a good degree. For a start, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and then even more so what's going on in Gaza at the moment and the West Bank. I think not just Christians, but people from other faiths have said, well, it's not enough just to sit in our places of worship and pray or hope that things get better. We've actually got to get out onto the streets.
In Quakerism, we're encouraged to follow the laws of the countries that we live in, but we are also encouraged to, if our conscience declares that we should resist and we should seek the guidance of our meeting, and if the meeting, if yourself and your meeting sort of agree that you should resist the laws of the state, then they are. And you're seeing at the moment with Palestine Action and Defend Our Juries, plenty of Quakers are being arrested. It is important that all people come out and resist the extreme oppressive actions being taken by our government at the moment, and the irresponsible actions or negligent actions to not do more on the global stage.
These forms of direct action are very, very important. To be out on the streets actually blockading this arms fair, and I know they've got other entrances and they can get in, but the embarrassment this has caused, the delays this has caused, DSEI is so important to the UK government, like financially, economically. It is their flagship event. The only people that are benefiting from this are private companies. It's the arms dealers. It's the arms dealers' profits. They want to preserve their profits. They are doing everything they can to lobby government ministers to have meetings with them. BAE Systems, for example, had more meetings with senior government ministers than any other private company. That is where the power is. This is not about peace and security. It's about arms dealers' profits.
And so the scene here today is two opposed camps. On the one side, civil society, outraged at the UK's complicity in genocide, and increasingly a privatised and secretised world of military contractors, too busy playing with the latest toys of military destruction to care about the childish concerns of those out on the streets, shrieking about petty things like indiscriminate mass murder.